You're live.
Okay, so when we last left off, the party had gone ahead and made their way into Waterdeep. They chose to go ahead and follow the wagon that carried the Cult of the Dragon to see where their hideout might be and what they were doing. That took them into the North Ward of Waterdeep to a place called Wainwright's. Across the street from Wainwright's was the stronghold that the Cult of the Dragon took the wagon and hopefully the skull inside. Entering the tavern, they met Mr. Wainwright, who bluntly informed them that the tavern was a hangout for the Cult of the Dragon and not to start any trouble. Heeding this advice, Nine went ahead and walked up to the most volatile of the members of Cult of the Dragon they knew, Olive, and slapped her across the face.
Yeah.
Everybody in the tavern stops talking.
We're going
Everybody
to
in the
work
tavern
hard today.
is now watching to see what happens. Hence, we start off with roll initiative.
It started with you bitch. Walk, 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 slap.
Okay, everybody get their initiative out of the way. We'll start off at the top. All right. Those of you at the bar, which would be Nidurk and Strike, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Give me a second here. No, that one just dropped. Hold on. Let's roll it. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Strike, you hear the clicking of a tongue behind you. All right, Nidurk, you see Mr. Wainwright. He clicks his tongue a couple of times and he holds out his hands in a spread out like a calming motion. All right, the clicking of the tongue got the attention of several of the cultists in the area, right? Who go ahead and as they had started to stand up and draw weapons, they kind of like stop. They don't go back to sitting down, but they seem to slightly relax. Cultist.
I just saw Olive's sprite. So who's the guy that is Dresden? The guy that hates me?
No, the guy who hates you is Vertok Squanderlust, and he had just gotten up from his chair by the round table there that was by the fireplace, and he's walked closer to the door, and he's standing there looking around. He doesn't seem to do anything but take up a position by the door. Darius continues to stay outside watching. Nine, you hear Dresden say, "Oh shit." He's the gentleman sitting at the table. With you see Nicholas Phelan, Dresden, and Olive. He's like, "Oh shit."
Dresden was their garb?
Dresden was one of the prisoners. He was the one that only speaks Draconic.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he was one of the people that got questioned, but he would only speak Draconic to you guys. He was one of the two prisoners back in Greenest. Nidurk, Mr. Disguised as a dwarf right now. What are you doing?
I have a beverage of some sort in front of me. Is that correct?
That's correct.
What the beverage is that?
Simple ale.
Is it empty?
No.
I immediately changed that.
Okay.
With great speed.
Okay.
And I slam it down. I go, smash ram, barkeep. Another, please, if you would be so kind.
Okay. Strike.
And
Anything?
I pay no attention to the slap, or I could care less. I would like another
Okay.
round here.
Strike. Anything you're doing?
Oh Lord. I'm gonna look over to Wainwright and say, "My apologies. She was not aware of the rules. Perhaps
She was
I
there when
can.
Go ahead.
Perhaps I can try to de-escalate things. I'll pull out 100 gold, throw it on the bar. Please use this to make sure that everybody's drink orders are fulfilled, and we will make ourselves scarce."
Okay. Let's see. Coming down the list. It's a long list. We finally get to the one I'm waiting for. Olive.
I'm super excited.
Right. As she stands up, she starts to draw her sword. Her sword is actually about halfway out of its sheath when she glances over at the bar, slams it back in. A challenge. I accept your challenge. And seeing as I'm the challenged, I choose the weapons. Mr. Wainwright, is it okay if we go ahead and play punch drunk? She's already slapped me.
Do I hear this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody in the bar hears this because it's very quiet in here right now.
Free entertainment.
I mean, that is unless you just came over here because you're an idiot and a bitch.
It takes one to know one. I'll take that challenge.
Oh, yes.
Oh, come on, you lasses, get the punching.
Let's see.
I have turned around on my bar stool. I am ready to watch the punching. Actually, can I move right now out of order?
Nope.
Oh, dang it. Okay. I want a better seat.
Okay. Nicholas, the gentleman sitting at the table there to your right, 9, goes ahead and he stands up. Right, hands a flagon that he was drinking out of to you. Right, here you go. Take a drink.
I should state I don't know these rules.
Quite simple. You hit her, you now take a drink. She's going to hit you, and she's going to take a drink. The first one to either get knocked down or pass out loses.
I like this. So she hits me, then I drink, or I drink, then she hits me?
You hit her, you take a drink. You've already hit her, so you take a drink.
Okay. She takes a drink.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Another refill of ale comes sliding down the bar to you, Niddick. All right. As Mr. Wainwright starts walking towards the corner of the bar and sets up several shots and drinks on the corner there. All right. Let's see. Olive, there you are. Make sure it's not. No, okay. Okay. She goes ahead and she punches you. All right. Does no damage. All right. And then she walks over here to the bar, picks up a glass, just a moment here, that was laid out by Wainwright, and downs it. Turns and faces you. Let me go down here. Nicholas not doing anything. Trodius, interfering in any way or doing anything special?
I would just like to walk closer. Maybe go up to the bar.
Okay, go ahead and move your token. Let's see. Where is he? I don't see your token.
He was there.
I just moved it to the bar. I was between.
He's beside Strike now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird, because see, on my map, I don't see you.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm on Strike's right side.
Okay, there we go.
You don't want to be on his wrong side.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's not bad. It's just smelly.
And 9, you never rolled initiative.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, she got.
No.
Oh.
I have her at zeroed out here.
Well, she rolled wisdom by accident.
Okay. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, we'll drop down to 9.
So I have an out-of-character question real quick.
Mm-hmm.
How do those stars work again?
Those give you advantage on any one roll.
And so with the game, the way that the game is played right now with the drunk punch, 9 now has to go ahead and punch her, right? And then Olive takes another drink. Or then I take a drink.
Right, then you'll take a drink. You'll punch her, take a drink.
You gotta go to hit points 0 with your fist.
Okay, well, I'm going to save those and just continue to... so I guess it's time for me to roll a punch.
Yep, just a second. I'm going to give you that right now. Okay, you should see a fist on your weapons sheet now. Oh, wait. Okay, there we go.
Oh, God! Oh, God!
She punches herself out.
I would like to say I was thinking about using one of those stars, and then Trodius talked me out of it. So he gets the blame for this.
I'll take the blame.
I mean, he didn't roll the dice.
Well, technically I didn't either. A computer did.
You kicked off the command.
I mean, I started this whole chick fight, so, it is really my fault, but that roll was his fault.
I mean, it's been nice knowing you. I'm sure we'll find other adventures.
Okay. Let's see. Rolled, fumble effect, 5. Description, you are dazed until the end of your next turn. Okay, well, you spun around, you took a couple of steps over there to go ahead and hit her, and you're not sure what that alcohol was, but whoa, it really got to you it's really getting to you for a second there. All right. Go
That is
ahead.
appropriate for a nun.
And back up here. Where are you? Okay, go ahead and roll percentage dice for me. Oh, there's a selection of various drinks there on the at the edge of the bar there that Mr. Wainwright has poured. All right, he goes ahead and he slides one across to you. It is a dark brown liquid. Right, and looks like you're not sure what that is. It smells of alcohol, but it smells of various types of alcohol. All right, he pushes one towards you and one towards Olive.
He's trying to end this.
All right. Go ahead and give me a con saving throw after you drink it. DC of 8. Okay. You drink it, the stuff tastes really bad. Your stomach churns as you go ahead and down it, but you're able to go ahead and keep the bile down. All right. Strike, Trodius, Nerdic, from your position at the bar, you know that what the first 2 drinks he's giving them is basically this is slog. It's the stuff from the alcohol waste barrel where the trough on the bar that collects all the spilt alcohol.
I'm gonna throw up.
Okay.
That's disgusting.
And back up here, none of them are doing anything. Mother Hubbard. All right. She smiles as she watches your face turn slightly green. All right. Picks up the other glass. Chugs it before she hits you. All right. Her face turns really green also. All right. Yeah, she grimaces as she has to go ahead and swallow it. A4 going ahead and Why didn't that work? There, I'll post it that way. And she misses you. Okay. He goes ahead and he pushes another drink forward. All right. Let's see. Okay. It's a blood red drink with a blue layer slightly across it. Go ahead and take your swing at Olive. That would be a miss. Okay, on this drink, you need to go ahead.
Just wanted to throw one out there, see what it looks like.
This tastes like a dark rum with some kind of cherry flavor mixed into it. Go ahead and make another con saving throw. This one's going to be DC 14. Okay, you make your saving throw.
Oh, I like this. Can I have another one after this? What's the name of that drink?
He just threw up in his mouth when she said that.
Where is she?
That blue layer, pure kerosene.
It tasted really good going down, and you take 2 points of damage. All right, but it's tearing you up on the inside right now, and you're feeling a little lightheaded. And he tells you that that name of that drink is Rado's Death Punch. All right. 2 silver piece a shot. Let's see. Olive goes ahead. Give her -3. And she misses. And then her saving throw. Okay. She's looking a little lightheaded. He goes ahead and he pushes another drink across the counter to you. Where the last one was blood red with a bluish film across the top, this is a blood red drink, right? With a red froth to it, right? Almost like blood. Right? Orc's Blood Brew. Go ahead and take your swing on Olive.
I thought they were trying to kill each other, not the barkeep just trying to kill both of them.
Okay, that'll be a hit. Go ahead and roll me damage.
This guy's out of control.
Please tell me I hit her right in that perfect little nose of hers.
Okay. You punch her square in her face. And what are you? Okay. And let's see. You hit her. Go ahead and take your drink. Let's see. Next up is going to go ahead and be my phone ringing. Excuse me one moment.
Working on a new character sheet now.
Dude, this is fun. I should cause this kind of trouble again.
Oh boy, we aren't learning lessons, are we?
She knows that a tomato doesn't belong in a fruit salad, but she's not quite sure why.
I'm doing it now, Trudius.
Thank you.
That would describe Nine's intelligence.
Okay. Let's see. We were on taking our next drink. Ooh.
And that's
a failure. Okay.
Good failure.
All right. This was a drink called Hangman's Noose. It was yellowish brown. As you drink it, it makes you feel like nothing has ever worked out. Like this was just really bad. You're worthless. There's a dark cloud just looming over you. All right. It actually
You're never gonna love me.
It actually tastes like salty tears.
Do you see James Franco there saying, "Is this your first time?" With the noose around his neck.
Go roll a d12. Ouch. Okay. Where's 9? Front page. Your wisdom drops from 19 to 10.
Permanently.
Ouch. Not permanently, right?
And you feel you're overcome with resentment, self-pity, sadness, right? Every negative emotion that comes up just kind of like takes over, right? And they cloud your judgment. They just make you feel really, really shitty.
Dang. Lost all her wisdom and developed depression. That's a drink.
Sounds like normal alcohol to me.
And because when I first gave you the idea or the drink, you said that the very first emotions that were coming out of you were the sadness and the loss that he never loved you. That's the key thing right now. You are feeling heartbroken and sad and depressed because he left you.
And it's all that stupid bitch's fault.
By he, do we mean Prince Darendale?
Yes, that's what she means, Prince Darren.
Yeah.
Just
And it has
making
nothing to do with Olive.
No,
yeah.
it has everything to do with
Yeah,
Olive. If
yeah.
Olive didn't send her stupid friend in to die and murder her and murder Nidric, then
Nobody gonna say
this
Nidric?
never would have.
Nobody gonna call me Nidric?
Did I point to you? No. I'm just saying that Nine is screaming right now, "You bitch, you murdered my friend Nidric. It's all your fault he left."
I'm just happy to be remembered, you know?
Over here talking, I realized my mic was pulled up. So she goes ahead, as you're like, "You bitch, it's because of you," and all that. She goes ahead, she rears back, and she punches you square in the face, busting your lip, right? And you can actually feel a tooth wiggle, right, as you're talking, right?
I go,
He reaches
oh!
grabs the same drink that you just had, downs it, right? Oh, please, like you could ever keep a man, a woman, or a horse.
Wait, let me do that for.
And
For shame.
That was your. Okay. Okay. And you're beginning to feel the effects of all the alcohol you've had. Over to you.
So beforehand, it wasn't. I wanted to kill her. I just wanted to punch her and slap her. Now Nine just wants to kill her. Can I go ahead and use one of those star things for an advantage right now? Because I just want to.
Yes.
Nine's just wants her dead. If Nine's gonna die miserable, she might as well take someone else with her.
I don't think you're gonna die here.
We'll use one of your inspiration points.
Should we let her know that generally people don't die in punch outs?
I might die of heartbreak.
Oh my gosh.
Bitch.
Go ahead and click the bottom left-hand side of the table. You see the ADV button. Go ahead and click that before you roll to go ahead and hit her this time.
It's been nice knowing y'all. You didn't click the ADV button.
Yes, she did.
Oh, that's no, she had both of them clicked, advantage and disadvantage.
Nope. because she's intoxicated, she
Oh.
got disadvantage. By giving herself advantage, she basically she negated the disadvantage that intoxication gave her for this hit.
I'm learning.
Yeah, one will negate the other. Okay, go ahead and roll up damage.
Pow! Right in the kisser.
All right, you give her a nice. You come in, you're like, no. You give her a nice uppercut to the chin. All right, her head goes flying backwards. All right, you hear several cracks in her neck as she comes back forward. Let me toss 5 points of damage onto her. Why? Oh, that's why. Okay. As she brings her head back down, she slightly smiles. All right, and the next drink waiting for you. Roll percentage dice for me. Okay, 44. Okay. Drunken Uncles. It's a thick, dark brown stout, approximately the thickness of eggnog. All right. After you drink it, go ahead and give me a DC 13 Constitution check. Okay. All right. It's a tasty, mouth-coating drink that tends to remind you of fond family gatherings.
Oh boy, she's gonna really cry a lot over this one.
Sorry, what was that, Nitro?
No, I'm just saying this is really gonna make you cry a lot.
No, now she's thinking about watching all of her brothers in arms do this at taverns, fight each other just for the heck of it.
So Jojo, when you say it's mouth coating and reminds you of family, does that mean it tastes like her uncle?
Trace that. The word is inappropriate.
Too far, babe. Too far.
Just
Maybe it's your family gatherings, but not her.
Oh my god.
Listen, she's an orphan.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, critical hit.
Ow.
All right. She punches you in your gut. All right. You actually felt a rib crack. Actually, possibly break.
As she's slowly trying to gather breath as she's dubbed over, I didn't know I could. I didn't have to punch you in the face.
Okay, and she makes her saving throw versus Drunken Uncle. Okay, over to you. Go ahead and roll percentage dice.
So, Jojo, just to be clear, is everyone kind of still sitting in their seat, or
No,
everybody
most of the
gotten
bar.
up?
Yeah, I mean, I could move tokens around and everything,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the people that are on the far eastern side of the bar, most of them have come on over towards the middle of the bar,
Sure.
and they're just watching, and they're watching the fight.
What about
The
my homeboy
bar-
Beartox? Is he still by the door?
He's still by the door, except that he's actually moved to the other side.
And he's
There, I'll
looking at
move
the
him.
fight. Okay.
And he's watching the fight.
Reason asking is I know how these things go, and I'm just curious if between this fight I could casually just mosey on over to the door. make a sneaky exit.
Okay.
I'm not saying I'm going to do that. I just want to know if the crowd looks like I got a clear line of sight, all backs are turned.
Yeah, you got a pretty good exit position from where you're at. Let's see. Here. This guy starts to move, but he stops there once he gets a signal. Wainwright. So you still have one of the cultists at the door on one side, and you have Vertok on the other side. Most of their attention, though, is on what's going on at the drinking contest.
Okay.
Okay. And you also have one that just stepped up to the bar between you and Uthal.
Gotcha.
Okay. Let's see. That was 9 percentage dice, 35. Okay. The Blind Beholder. This is a dark red drink that has like large white bubbles in it, like a drink that has boba in it.
How is Uthal taking this fight scene?
Well, we're not breaking any laws.
Ray really,
and
really.
he's keeping it between the two of us. So I think
He's just been watching the fight. Yeah, taking it all in.
That doesn't seem like the Uthal I know and love. Watching a fight. I want the message, Ray. If two people were fighting in front of you, what would you do?
If it was a sanctioned bar fight and it was the two women just going ahead and punching and drinking each other, he'd say he'd hoist a drink and watch it. He'd probably be doing about the same thing that Trodius and Strike are doing. Hoisting a drink and watching.
Yep.
And hoping for the best. And hoping for the... Yep. Okay, let's see. That was... Blind Beholder. Tastes somewhat musty. Has a credible kick, though. All right, go ahead and give me a DC. You're already drunk, so give me a DC 16 con check.
Wait, I thought I was supposed to punch first.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, punch burst. My apologies.
Not that it's not going to make a huge difference, but...
But I want to get that hit in. Okay. It's probably a hit. Let me drop it on her. Oh, it's a miss. Okay, you swing. You hit her, but it's an ineffective punch. It does nothing.
It's been great, guys. This is fun. We should do this more often.
All right. And as your arm bounces off of her shoulder, right, your body kind of continues the motion, and you fall face first on the ground. All right. You guys see several coins passing back and forth all around the tavern as people that were standing near each other were taking bets. All right. Olive reaches down. All right. Glances up at Strike, who seems to be the closest party member. I'm not going to hurt her. All right. Pulls out a dagger. picks up a huge chunk of Nine's hair, cuts it off. All right. You might want to go ahead and take her out of here. And starts walking away with the large strand of hair.
Oh. How does Olive look from a
That
hit
was
point?
awesome.
How does Olive look from a hit point standpoint? Yeah.
Let me take a look here. Olive is.
Oh, I see light on her, so she's taking a light.
Yeah,
amount of
she's
damage.
lightly down.
And how much damage was dealt to
yeah.
her to get her to a light point?
She was
Not
only
much.
hit, she was only hit once by or damaged once. And she seemed to shrug a lot of that off, and then she seemed to have pains in when she took one of the drinks.
I mean, I know what I
In my
am.
defense, it was a good hit. The one hit I got.
I
on
mean,
her.
Nine,
It was a
you
good
really-
hit.
You really don't like Olive, do you?
She
She's
can't
unconscious. She's
respond to
unconscious.
you.
She
You're
can't
right.
talk to
She
you.
can't. I mean, I don't think Nine likes Olive, and I wonder if Olive were just to die, how things would go. And
Out
then
of character, but really,
my next question
So-
is, can I kill her in one turn?
No. No, you can't.
I think you're wrong. Because I have a little star. And the ability
look
to
over
burn
at,
sorcery points. No, you don't. I'm thinking of this is all internal dialogue that I'm having with myself. But I'm just
I
having
quickly-
You're doing that. Do your internal dialogue. I look over and do external dialogue to Wainwright and say, "We good?"
We're fine.
All right. So I pass over the 100 gold. Make
100
sure that the
God, that's way too
Turn
much
around.
money.
I run over or walk over to 9.
I help
Well,
him.
as you were dealing with Wainwright, Trodius, and Uthal are walking over towards 9. Looks like Uthal's going to pick her up.
All right, and I'm gonna call out to Olive. Olive,
Yes.
I'm gonna throw her a ring, just to sweeten the deal for no hard feelings. Understand it's enchanted.
What?
If you wear it while you sleep, nothing can sneak up on you.
What are you doing?
You may need it for your line of work.
What are you doing?
And then I walk
It's-
out.
It's the cursed ring, Pookha.
The cursed ring. Do I
She
know?
looks
Does
at-
Didrik know about this? Did I see the ring get thrown?
She looks at she catches the ring, she looks at it, right, and she tosses it to Wainwright. All right. Thank you.
And I walk out.
Okay.
dude, this was so much fun. I can't wait for this to happen again.
I know someone who's getting smothered in their sleep tonight.
I think I can kill her.
Okay, I'm going to go to round strike. You're leaving. 9, you're leaving because you're being carried out. Trodius, staying or leaving?
Leaving.
And Nidurk. What's the dwarf doing? Staying or leaving?
I could deal 6d8 to her.
But how much would you take in return from the bar?
Instantaneous. If I did it before moving, I could then move with dodge to evade all their attacks of opportunity. I'm gonna toss the barkeep a gold coin and walk out with the mug. I assume that's enough to cover it.
Okay. Yeah, it's a nice flagon with a dragon.
Is it enough to cover it? Like just in knowledge like
No.
that? Huh?
Yeah, that would cover.
Yeah.
Yes, that's enough to cover the mug.
I'll walk out.
That and
Not
the
with
gold
them.
got, yeah.
Not with them. Yeah, not with them. I just want to say, I'd say, talk to him and be like, thanks for the show. And just kind of mosey on out towards the door.
Okay.
Giggling to myself the whole way. Like,
Okay. Okay, 9, you're going to be unconscious, passed out drunk for the next 4
Yeah,
hours.
did anyone get 9?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Uthal did.
No.
Alright. You guys toss her up there. He carries her into the wagon. Alright. Lays her down on one of the divans. And Darius is like, so where to now?
Why don't we just put a little distance between us and this place for now? Pick a
Okay.
direction and go.
So, Darius, I've had a pretty eventful night. I'd like somewhere to kick my feet up, finish off this flagon of ale. And, you know, I'm pretty knackered out.
You're pretty knockered out.
Did the corpse just say something?
That was out of character, sorry.
Yeah, it was pretty eventful. There's a lot going on there. A lot going on. Whew. I worked hard to not kill her. I mean, I didn't necessarily want to. I was just... You never pass up an opportunity when you have it. And I did. You know, I just wasn't 100% sure.
Okay. Not having a firm destination in mind, Darius goes ahead and takes you to the Kingsman Estate in North Ward, right, which is away from where you're at now, and drops you off there.
Is this an inn, I imagine?
The Kingsman, no, it's
Kingsman
actually
Estate?
it's a large manor house with a small villa.
Uh-huh.
All right, there are doormen and gate guards who go ahead and, as you stepping out of the carriage, all right, they go ahead and let you in. All right, and you recognize the elderly elf, Sultana, who is your traveling companion from Baldur's Gate.
Uh-huh.
All right, she's like, oh, well, how did your little mission go? Come in, come in.
See, it had its moments.
Not the way we hoped.
I say, who's this? I don't believe we met. What's your name, pointy ears?
She cocks her head, looks you up and down for a second, smiles. All right, and you can actually see the smile reaches her eyes. She's like, I am Sultana Kingsman. And you are?
I say, I'm Nigger! And take the hat off.
Well met yet again, Nedrick. So it looks like you're having fun with that.
I put the hat back on, copying her exact image, and say, more than you know. And just kind of start skipping around.
The look of annoyance on her face. So what happened to her?
She decided to go up and slap someone in the middle of a Dragon Cultist bar.
So she was this evening's entertainment.
Pretty much.
And she lost. Motions got the best of her. And then I put on the hat, or take it off and put it back on in the shape of Olive, and I walk up to her and start making punching motions like pa 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 pa. Just to give you a little recap.
Well, that doesn't bode well for your overall mission of keeping an eye on them.
That's pretty much over at this point.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you guys stopped by. As I had told Uther earlier, he was more than welcome to stay here at my estate while he is in town, right, for as long as necessary. And I wanted to go ahead and reward all of you as well, right, for going ahead and getting me here safely. Okay, let me join your wagon. I greatly appreciate you helping me deliver my husband's ashes here so that he could go ahead and rest in peace. With that, she walks over to a desk, pulls out several pieces of paper, right? Just going through them. Here we go. She pulls out one, right? Reads it over momentarily, signs it, right? And she's like, it's Thodin's Strikehold, correct?
Yes, my lady.
Okay. And young Trodius, do you have a last name or a descriptor for you, or is it just Trodius?
This is just Trodius.
Very well. Right. Niddirk. And young Miss Nine Bromad.
She didn't ask me if I had a last name. Typical.
Well, Niddirk, what is your last name?
Oh, no, I have no idea.
2.
I've forgotten a lot of things. Hope to get one though. It seems kind of nice. On that note, I say, have you happened to see a halfling that looks a little something like this? I put the hat on in the shape of what's her face? I already forgot her name. what's her name? Tell me. You know. She's Niddick's only reason for living right now. You find that picture. I know you've got it stashed away somewhere.
And now you understand why there was a bar fight.
I'm gonna find it. I know it's in here somewhere. Images. Shared it. None of this. This is all dumb. None of this stuff is right. NPCs? No, that's all wrong. Wouldn't it be, is it notes? No. Are you sure it's not images? No, it's what is new. Aha. I'm on it. Gemma! Is it Gemma? Aha! See, found it.
Gemma.
Yeah. I asked her if she's seen a halfling that looks like that anywhere. She's our new top priority mission. We must find her at all costs.
I have not seen her since we arrived in Waterdeep.
Where'd she go? Did you know? Where?
No, I don't.
Ah! It's worth a try. I take the hat off and go sulk in the corner. For her, last name will be mine. It's the only way I'll get one.
Okay. And as she finishes signing all this paperwork, right,
Wait, are we getting something?
she turns it around for each of you to go ahead and if you could go ahead and either sign your name or make your mark here on the paperwork. This is a deed that will transfer ownership of a building I own in the dock ward that you can go ahead and use as a place to stay, a home base, or a business opportunity while you're here in Waterdeep.
I excitedly get up and go, my first home! And sign.
Chartis is AFK, I should mention that.
Okie doke.
But I imagine he would also sign. That's been 9 if, she wasn't unconscious still.
So far, mine's the only name on there.
I walk over, sign,
No!
say, most generous, my lady. And then I will walk over to 9, and I'm going to cast Lesser Restoration and Cure Wounds. And see if I can revive her.
Okay. The Luster Restoration will go ahead and get rid of some of the wisdom loss. All right. And
Some?
You still
Some.
drunk.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a d4. Okay, you get back 2 points.
Plus, your hair is awful.
All right. And you guys are able to wake her up. Right. About the time that she's coming up, a servant has walked in with a tray that has hot cafe in it. They pour her a cup.
Have I ever had this
I
drink?
feel like I need some burnt toast. Where are we? Did I win?
So you did.
I
You did
look over at
great.
everybody and said,
You
yes,
did great.
won.
You were the best.
You taught her
Oh,
a
that
lesson.
olive.
She feels the back of her hair. Yeah, I totally lost, but it was worth it. Free haircut.
That's optimism.
They bring you up to date. So where you're at. Right.
We say put your scribble on this paper.
Yeah, Lady Kingsman's like, yeah, if you wouldn't mind signing this will turn over ownership of a building that we own in the dock ward to you and your
Can
friend.
she read and comprehend the statements? Like, you actually read the document.
Well, your intelligence is 11, so yes. Can you comprehend it? Well, you have average intelligence. You understand most of it.
Some tricky words in there.
Yeah. There's some legalese in there, you know.
Okay, well, I mean, she's not the most intelligent, but she's...
I have 17, so can I interpret any of the confusing words for her?
Well, yeah, well, when you read it, you didn't have any confusion.
Okay, then she signs it.
Okay. It's a straightforward real estate contract turning over ownership.
And she says thank you and that she's very grateful. And that she's very sorry. But it was awesome. Can we do that again sometime?
No. I mean, yes.
Pretty sure the taverns of Waterdeep will have all kinds of enjoyment for you. Enjoyed. What did you say the name was? What was it? Hitting people, drinking? No. Yeah, plenty of drinking.
Punch drunk.
Punch drunk. Yeah. Young ones these days.
I'm back, guys.
Oh, but it was a great game. You should have seen her just getting punched in the face again and again and again. Oh, it's awesome. That olive.
Welcome back. And there's some paperwork for Trodius to sign that turns it's a deeds of ownership that turns over the a building in Dock Ward to everybody in the party. She just needs everybody's signatures on it.
All right, I go over and sign it.
Okay. And we will go ahead and she gives you the paperwork. I will go ahead and have somebody from the city at the property tomorrow to go ahead and notarize and make your paperwork official to note the ownership into the city records. I'll pay all the transfer costs and the taxes that deal with that. You can stay here for the night, or if you want to go see your new residence, you can. What do you guys want to do?
Personally, I'd like to go see the new residents.
But I'm sleepy.
Do Do I look like I should be going to see some new residents?
Can't we go in the morning?
Pardon me 1 second.
Can I have a bed? I go night night. I go night night.
You go night-night, I go night-night. She falls asleep on the couch again.
I look over Chordius and I guess we'll stay here for the night.
I say, hey guys, anybody remember this? I put the hat on in the shape of 9. And just hurl over, holding my stomach, and fall on the ground. Ah, it's the best.
She slightly wakes up to whisper, "Hey, I've convinced them that you're dead."
Oh, I'm very dead.
I mean, I was just screaming that you killed my friend, so...
I put the hat on in the shape of a rotting knitter corpse. There's no smell though. Maybe there is. I don't know if the illusion covers smell.
Does not.
Oh, dang it. I put the hat on in the shape of a end table. I don't think that's possible.
No. No, it's basically you can go ahead and you can look like you change your shape as a humanoid type form. Okay. As you're wearing the hat and you look like Nidurk, right? Miss Kingsman, she walks over to you. She goes, "What you need to learn is a little subtlety. If people are looking for Nidurk," and she puts her fingers, runs her fingers through your hair under the hat. Right? You want subtle changes. Right? She holds up a mirror, and instead of having stark white hair that you normally have, you see that you have reddish hair.
Ooh.
But you're still Nidurk. You just have different colored hair.
I whisper to myself, "I am fire. I am death." Oh, I say thank you. I like.
Sometimes the subtle changes are the best. You don't have to go ahead and maintain a different persona when you go ahead and adopt different forms. Different personas have a way of taking over sometimes. Keep that in mind. Okay.
I'm rocking red hair right now. That's awesome.
Map of Dockwater.
It's gonna grow back out white, which means I got like these flaming tips. I need somebody to Photoshop my picture.
Fun fact, so any blood that was on the floor at the tavern is green, not red.
Why?
I think I did something really stupid. Or was it blue? What color do I bleed?
Is there blood on the tavern floor?
Yeah, because she split her lip.
Oh.
Yeah, there's some from the split lip, some from the busted nose. Not hers, but
I was just saying that there's multiple colors of blood on the floor. I don't bleed red.
Why not?
Because she's not human. Okay, where is that wagon?
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Oh!
Oh,
You destroyed the whole town! Ah! No! It's a wagonado! This is just a little corner. This place is huge.
Here we go.
She half wakes up again. Oh, by the way, Tertius, I've been meaning to show this to you. I finally have a moment to breathe. And she hands him the knife that she got from one of the refugees with the map on it.
On the
Okay.
map, on the map, on the map, on the map, on the map.
Okay, so on around the corner of Snail and Fish Street, there is a place. Let's say I've named it Harbinger House for
Fish
right now.
Street. Where's Fish Street?
It's not really.
Oh, we can't
it.
see it. Okay.
It's not labeled on this map, but Fish Street would be under the. It's the street between Dock and Wharf. Do you see the words or the letters OCK and Ward there?
Yep, I got you. Yep,
Yeah, that Fish Street is that big side street right there.
gotcha.
Snail Street would be the street running north
Yeah, I
and
see
south.
that one.
Okay. And right there at that corner, a couple of different things. Named it the Harbinger House. It's a 3-story building. It sits on the intersection of Fish and Snail Streets. The site was destroyed during the Spell Plague of 1425, sat vacant for almost a decade before being bought and rebuilt and renamed the Night of Shadows in 1430. In 1478, the entire building site vanished, only to reappear a year to the day later, empty with nothing to say why or what happened to its owners, occupants, and customers from the night of its vanishing. The Kingsman family bought the site in 1485, but have done nothing with it since obtaining the place, and it sits vacant.
Do you mean to tell me this lady just sold us a haunted house?
No, she gave it to you.
Oh my gosh. Of course she did. Of course that's what we get. Everything in this house is going to kill us. This is perfect. This is just the best.
And sitting
It
right
disappeared.
outside.
It came back a year later. And we're going to live in it?
It sounds
Yes.
awesome.
Actually, the first floor of it is designated as like a tavern.
For now. It'll be whatever it wants it to be.
That is true, yeah. You walk in right now and you look at the layout. There's no furniture, no nothing. It's just a big empty building. But yeah, it looks like this would be a tavern on the first floor.
My gosh.
You walk up into the second floor. There is various rooms. It's got about 8 different rooms on the second floor that can be rented out or used. The third floor has 5 lavish suites. Which can either be rented out as suites or can become private bedrooms for each of you.
Lavish suites.
There is a spiral staircase going down into the basement. You can see that it's got the keg holders for giant tons and for various kegs and wine holders throughout the place. But again, it has no stock.
Now, hold on, we're there, so we stayed the night and we've woken up and we've gone there the next day? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where are you going? Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. You spent the night at Miss Kingsman, got a good day's rest, and in the morning.
Okay. Gotcha.
And
Darius is taking us here. Is Darius just like our slave driver, or is he going to stick around so long as we keep paying him? Are we paying him?
no, in fact, this is the last day that because he's got to take his wagon back. He's got to figure out what the
Gotcha.
Whitethorns want him to do. But right now, he took you down here.
Gotcha.
All right. Right outside of the establishment, there is a blue marble obelisk, and it's got maps of Waterdeep all over it. It's got a crystal set into it on one side and a small grill-like rectangle under that crystal. You can actually go ahead and speak a citizen's name, or you can name an establishment, and it will give you a way marker
What?
to go ahead and guide you.
What? I say Gemma. Gemma!
Nothing happens.
Gemma! Grandma! What was her name?
You
Yeah.
can't even remember her name? How could she
You,
be the love
you
of your life?
hush your mouth. Gemma.
Maybe Gemma wasn't her real name.
You're saying she gave me a fake name?
Yes.
No, she was a spy.
Yes.
She used you for your twig.
No!
Specifically, she used you to get information on the Order of the Gauntlet.
Hush! Y'all are all liars. I say Gemma, slowly. I say obelisk. Find the person Gemma. Maybe this is working. I say Trodius. Oh wait, are we citizens? Does it only work for citizens? I say help. Instructions.
/ menu.
I hit the tilde key.
You go ahead. You say Trodius.
Yeah.
And obelisk lights up momentarily.
Uh-huh.
Trodius. Location. Castle Ward. Now you guys know you're standing in Dock Ward. Trodius is standing there right there next to you.
We all turn to look at Trodius. Is there something you want to tell us?
I whack him with my hockey stick. I just whack him with it. Hard too. Like I want to knock the illusion off of him.
Well, I'm gonna knock the steak off of him.
I will beat the illusion right off of him. Hockey stick. There we go to Trodius. So probably misses.
Nerdic whacks you with his hockey stick. It does no damage.
I'd like to kick him.
No. How do we know? Is he the real Trodius?
And say, get off me, you little
I
gnome.
say you're a fake.
Obviously,
Oh my
this thing is broken because I'm standing right here.
I say Nirk to the obelisk.
Nothing happens.
Okay, I'd say Nidoric to the
Am
obelisk.
I alive?
Nothing happens.
I'm not even up. Wait a minute. I say Theoden Strikehold.
Nothing happens.
I say 9. I forget her last. Bros something. That's all I can see. 9 bro mad.
Nothing happens.
Okay, there's just another person here named Trodius. And it's not you.
Obviously, since I'm standing right here.
Well, maybe your name's not really Trodius, but I guess we have to become citizens of Waterdeep for this to work. That means Gemma's still loves me. She's just out there doing her work, and she's not a citizen of Waterdeep. And our love will bring us together, and nothing will keep us apart. Not me and Gemma, not ever. Isn't that right, Mr. Obelisk? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Obelisk is 404 error.
Wait. I say, Olivia.
Nothing happens.
Oh.
Knitter, you broke it.
I didn't break it. Okay, look, this will work. What was that lady's name that gave us this place again? Come on, team. Yeah, see? Not just me.
Kingsman,
No, Kingsman's the name of the movie.
the lady who gave us this.
Sultana Kingsman.
Oh, see, I was after her first name. I say Sultana Kingsman.
Sultana Kingsman, Kingsman Estate, North Ward corner, and gives you directions.
Ah.
Right, and a small glowing light comes out of the crystal.
Oh.
Right, and starts heading north on Snell Street.
Oh, I say stop! We're good! Okay, huh. So, yeah, I guess we can only find people that actually live here. This isn't for hunting down travelers. Well, that's cool.
And about a couple of hours after you've been looking at your new establishment up and down, right, there's a knocking at the door, and a small official-looking man is standing there. Good afternoon.
Hiya!
Hi there. I'm here to go ahead and notarize some paperwork.
Please come in.
Thank you. He sits down at a table, opens up his folder, pulls out some other paperwork. All right. May I see your deed, please?
We hand it over.
Okay. And he goes through it. He's making some notations in the book. And finally, he goes ahead and he stamps it with the official seal of Waterdeep. All right. And he asks each of you to go ahead and sign on various lines in the book that he has with him.
I say, does this make us citizens?
You can go ahead and use this to obtain citizenship status. Yes. Would you like to do so?
What benefits do I have as a citizen of Waterdeep? And not just a property owner? We're from out of town.
Being a property owner does not mean that you have to be a citizen here. We have many property owners that live in various other parts of Faerun. To go ahead and be a citizen here, you would under the protection of the Waterdeepian Watch. Non-citizens are still, while they might be under the protection, they are not priorities.
I understand.
Being a citizen of Waterdeep, you're expected to go ahead and, in times of great peril and need, to either stand with Waterdeep and help them, or to go ahead and stay out of the way and not cause any disruptions during a crisis.
That's out the window for Knitter then.
Excuse me? Thanks for the information. I'm just curious.
Okay. Do any of you wish to go ahead and have your application for citizenship launched at the same time that I go ahead and register at the same time I register your deed of trust?
I believe I'll pass on that.
Not at this time.
He looks at 9.
Thank you, but no.
Okay. Looks at Uthal. Okay.
Uthal no what's this and
he goes ahead, signs over the paperwork, gets it all notarized so that you guys are officially the owner of the building here.
I asked him, so can you tell us?
It's from him. Go ahead.
Can you tell us anything about the history of this particular building?
As I was about to say, and it is from him that the history I gave you on the building.
Gotcha.
It's from him that you got that history about how it vanished and then reappeared later. Right. You might want to go ahead and check with maybe some of the scholars over on Book Street, and I'm pretty sure that they can give you some of the history of what happened. there are still a couple of families living right behind here in Trollcloak Alley that had members that vanished that night. Let's see.
Can I
do
ask
know
him?
that
Is
the
there?
bottom there's a staircase that used to go ahead and go deeper, and that this building had a sister inn below grounds. Right. But when when the place vanished, the staircase leading to the sister inn was sealed off. He takes you down to the basement, and he shows you a square patch.
Mm.
Right, that looks like it looks more like fresher, cleaner cement than the rest of the building, kind of thing.
So it was sealed off by people?
It was sealed off by whatever took the inn, and when it came back, this was sealed off.
So there's just an unoccupied inn below us.
Well, at one time it was occupied, and a small neighborhood was growing up around it. It had some kind of linkage to Hollister's Dungeon, Undermountain. Right. A lot of the refugees that of the spell plague went ahead and stayed down there.
Hmm.
What happened to them, we have no idea because, well, again, this passage has been blocked off.
Has anyone tried to get back through there?
The previous owners, or prior owners, did nothing with it. Once the building came back, and I believe that once the Kingman's family bought it, they've done nothing with the building. You're the first action here at this site for this building since its vanishing. I'm sure local neighborhood kids and people have gone ahead and come in here, but nothing that I note of. If you go north up here on Snell Street, there's a guard watch post there. You might be able to ask them of any incidents to see what maybe if they know of anything that's happened.
I go spooky.
Oh, no ghosts. There's no ghosts, no spirits.
Oh,
And, those we made
mildly
sure.
intriguing.
We appreciate the information. I think we'll look into it some more.
Okay. Okay, and I would like to go ahead and take maybe about a 5-10 minute bio break, and I will be back. If anybody else wants to go ahead and take that break as well.
Sounds good.
We bought so we bought a haunted house. Way to go, guys.
Well, we didn't buy it. We were given it.
They're giving a haunted house. So we're staying in a haunted house. This is like Hill House.
We're going to explore under a haunted house.
Nope. Nope. That's probably not advisable.
I said we split up, try to gather some more information on it, and come back and crack this baby open.
I have a magnifying glass, I think, in my inventory. So that'll help me solve the mystery.
It would help if you didn't mumble.
Yep, I have a magnifying glass. Yes. I also have a hat disguise. Do I have a pipe? I don't have a pipe. I'll need that first.
Hold on, I think I have a pipe.
Yes, please give me your pipe.
Giggity.
Oh, God. I will name you Watson. Okay.
Nope, I do not have a pipe.
I'm back.
Okay. I'm
I'm ready, Jojo.
And Anna and I are ready.
okay.
We don't know about Pookha.
Well, I've only got one person that checked off up their back, so hey. No.
Oh, okay. I'd been looking for that and I didn't see it.
Okay. While we're waiting for Pookha, those of you that wanted to go shopping for items, I know that some of you had asked for a specific thing. Want to go over that again, and we can go ahead and get that out of the way while we're waiting.
Excellent shopping.
9 needs to go ahead and maybe go to a salon or something like that and find someone to kind of fix this up. So I imagine that Olive had absolutely no pity on her and just made the worst haircut.
No, actually, she just took a huge, like, imagine if one, like, one big swath on the right side of your head was just cut out. You just have a little small, very short patch there. They'll probably have to go ahead and give you some kind of crew cut almost to go ahead and make all the hair even.
Yay! Well, I mean, back when she was with all of the brothers in arms, she would just pull her hair in a, in a hair tie, and then, or tie it up with a string, and then just hack it off. So, but if it's just that short, then she can't hack all of her hair off by herself.
Okay.
And I think only Strike, maybe Trotius, would be the only people she would trust to actually put a blade around the near her neck.
Well, you mentioned going to a salon. You can find one over on right a couple of blocks away in the street and curtains. It's only about
I'm
two
back.
silver to go ahead and 2 silver to have your hair done.
Getting your hair did.
Okay, Strike. Were there any items, any magical items that you'd want to buy?
Yes, I'm looking for possibly 4. I'd like to find a mithril half plate, goggles of the night, winged boots, and perhaps a bag of holding. See if those are available in the prices.
What was that website you said we could browse through?
Oh,
Should be in the channel.
Thank you. And there was something we had to set it to, right?
common and uncommon.
And did you find the link, or do you need it?
Someone linked it.
Okay. Okay. Pretty sure I missed one. That was mithril armor, boots, bag of holding. What else was it?
Goggles of the night.
Goggles of the night.
Also, can I have all my stats back? I've had a good night's sleep.
No?
What?
You heard the man?
Well, fudge buckets.
We can take care of it.
Okay. Mithril half plate. You want to go ahead and purchase that. If you want just off the rack half plate from an armor shop, that's going to go ahead and cost you about 250 gold. If you want it to go ahead and be custom made, form fitted for, that's going to be closer to 500 gold.
All right, I don't want to get a custom set.
Okay. Go ahead and scratch the 500 gold.
All right.
There we go. Now let me find it. Where to go in your? I just stuck it in your inventory. Now I got to find it. There it is. Graceful half plate armor. Okay, you'll find it identified in your character sheet.
All right. In the meantime, I also like to try to sell that half plate that I got. Try to get a trade in.
There it is, half plate. Okay, I'm going to give you back 400 gold. There you go.
All right, I'll delete it.
And I already got it. I'm going to delete the half plate there. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay. Roll percentage dice for me. 12, 16. Okay. You were not able to find any winged boots. Let's see. Okay. You don't find any. Yeah, they don't have anything called goggles of the night. One of the proprietors that you went to, in fact, the same one that you're about to buy the bag of holding from, he has a cowl of the night, right, which is basically a hooded mask. Right, it does the exact same thing as goggles of the night for 400.
Okay, I would like to purchase that.
Okay. And then you can pick up a bag of holding. Let's see. For another 400.
Sounds good.
Okay, go ahead and scratch those, and I'll drag the items over to your character sheet for you. Let's see. There's your bag.
And let me check the list real quick.
Where'd it go? There it is. Okay, it's ID'd. And okay, and there's your cowl.
Excellent.
Okay, 9. Were there items that you were interested in?
Yes, and the only thing I really wanted was that little trinket of the raven. I'm sorry, I thought you wrote it down. I'll find it again. My apologies.
No, I have it.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, okay. That we're going to go ahead, and that'll be 400.
You said 400?
Correct. Okay, and there you go. It's on your character sheet. I believe it's already identified. Yes. Now, when you go ahead and use it, if you go ahead and click on the little dragon icon next to it on the right-hand side there to open up its description. If you scroll down, you'll see a little dragon that says NPC Raven.
Okay.
All right. Just remind me, and that way when you activate it, we'll put that NPC Raven out on the combat tracker so that you'll be able to go ahead and control it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay. Let's see. Trodius.
Okay, two of the main items I'm looking for are the gloves of missile snaring and longsword of warning.
Yeah, okay. Same shop that you got the or that Strike got his backpack and his cowl in. They'll have the gloves of missile snaring, and that'll be 420 gold.
Alright. I also wanted to look into Nicholas of Adaptation.
Just a second. Let me get the longsword out of the way.
Alright.
Okay. Well, let's see. He has he has 3 different ones for you to choose from. He has one for 100, one for 1,000, and one for 3,000.
Okay, what's the difference between them?
The edges are sharper on the higher priced ones.
Oh, on the swords.
Yes.
I'm guessing sharp edges mean higher damage.
A possibility.
I'll do the 3,000.
Okay. Let me actually make this magic item. Clear it.
And just so everyone else knows, the sword I'm getting will prevent any surprise attacks on us.
Was it something of warning or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Should be in your inventory.
All right.
Let me see. Make sure it was identified. Where is it? Nope.
Was this the right hand?
Didn't I? I thought I just corrected that misspelling.
Okay, there we go. It updated on mine.
Okay. See, I still haven't found it on your list yet.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it either. I just have the pop-up for it.
Oh, okay. Let me. There we go.
There it is.
Okay. So yes, not only does it have the warning properties, which you'll see down in the description, but it is all +2 longsword.
Very nice.
Okay, and then there was the amulet. Okay, roll percentage dice for me, please. Tritius, front page. 42. Okay, it has none of the amulets. You couldn't find any of the amulets.
What about a cloak of protection?
Okay. Okay. They have 3 cloaks that you can choose from. One is 100, one is 1,000, and one is 2,500.
I'll do the 2,500.
Okay.
And that'll be the end of my expenditures.
Okay, give me a moment. And let's see. Let's go there. Okay, tossed it into your sheet there. It's going to be it's going to give you +2 to your armor class and saving throws while you wear it. All right, and it also has the mini fashion ability.
Okay, cool.
You may have to remove the cloak, though, in order to fly. Because when your wings unfurl, it kind of like spreads the cloak out and it interferes with you being able to fly.
Okay.
Unless, you could change it to like one of those. Actually, you could change it to a capelet. It's still a cloak, right? Because it has because I gave it the mini fashions. You'll have to change it. You change it into like a short cape or a capelet to go ahead and be able to use your wings properly.
Like a short cloak or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because in its normal form as a full-length cloak, you can't really fly. Right. It's like flying with a sheet on your back.
Superman does it.
That's a cape. He doesn't use wings.
Right,
okay.
He's got wings. Yeah, it's because of the wings.
He uses the sun to fly.
So for changing the appearance, would that be a full action or
it says it's a bonus action, actually. It's a bonus
Does it
action.
have like
to
a drawstring in it?
You can change the style, the color, and its quality. So if one day you want to wear a leather cloak, you can, a silk cloak, whatever.
So can I make the material look like different textures also? So does it have kind of the properties?
Within reason of cloth materials or clothing materials.
So it's like a light version of the Cloak of Elven Kind.
Kind of.
You just don't have any save advantages.
Actually, it gives him a +2 to his armor class and saving throws while he wears that.
Yeah, not the dex one that the Elven Con has.
Oh,
that's got plus the.
I didn't see. I just saw the one that helped you hide. This is all I was referring to.
The Elven Con helps you hide and helps you.
Yeah, no, doesn't do that.
Checks against seeing who you are.
Yeah, it's got no camouflage abilities now.
Okay.
Okay, and Pookha.
I would like a bag of holding.
Sorry about the last one.
To put inside my drum.
Okay, you can find one for 400.
I will buy it for 400.
Do you still have that drum? I thought the drum was on the wagon that went away.
I mean, I'm gonna take my belongings off of the wagon strike. Did you leave all your belongings on the wagon too?
I carry everything with me.
Oh my gosh. Are
You can
you
put your
are you
drum
modifying
into
our
your
gold, or do
sleep.
I need to?
Am I doing what?
Are you modifying our gold, or do I need to?
You need to.
Okay, hold on. That was 400.
Correct.
Okay. So then I want some jewelry. I would like a ring of mind shielding.
Okay. Roll percentage dice, please.
Um, Tell me how to do that again. Do I right click the
Right click on the or left click on the D10. Let's see.
to pick it up?
Should be a right click.
Yeah, it's right click it to go ahead and get the little rectile that it comes up to. You'll get the little wheel that comes up
Got
and then
it.
just choose percentage. Oh, okay. You are able to find a ring of mind shielding. All right, and it will go ahead and cost you 650.
I pay that, Cheddar.
Okay.
I would like a ring of warmth.
I just realized none of us are trying to haggle.
Yeah, I realize that too. Well, the problem is that I didn't feel like we were talking to a shopkeep. It's like we're just talking to Jojo. Do you want
Instead of running around and talking to
Yeah,
every
I know.
shopkeep that you would go to, I'd be like, okay, here we go. And I'm trying to give you guys fair prices on this.
Okay. We won't make it hard.
Oh, it'd probably take the whole rest of the session to try to haggle on everything.
Okay, and that'll be 500. Actually, 400 for the ring of warmth.
400. Okay.
I'm assuming you're adding this all up and then you're going to subtract it from.
Correct.
Okay.
I have a calculator. So that's it for the jewelry shop. Then I want to go to the Wondrous Item Bazaar. Ooh. Oh. I make that noise when I walk in. Ooh. And I too, I kind of see Trotius putting his new cloak on, and I'm like, ooh! I said, I want one too. I want one too.
I look over and say, make sure you get him the children's size.
Oh my gosh! I was like, I'm really excited. The cloak of protection. That sounds wonderful.
Okay, well, they have a 400 gold piece one and a 1,000 gold piece one. He bought the last expensive.
I say, you know what you got in the back, and
He wants a fresh one out of the back.
oh my gosh! I guess if I'm forced to settle, I don't know what I'm going to do with all this money here. But if you only have the 1,000 gold one to sell me, I guess that's what I'll have to be forced to buy. If only I could buy the 2,500 gold one from you. Oh well.
If I had another one to sell you, I would. I do not.
Oh.
And thankfully, he's an honest merchant versus, oh, here, let me grab one out of the back for 25, and it's not really.
Tell them you want to talk to their manager.
I think he is the manager. Okay, I'll buy that 1,000 money-o cloak.
Though I suppose 9 is the one with the I want to talk to your manager haircut now.
I'm gonna laugh when it's the same as yours, Shreddies.
Talking about, I don't have hair. I have horns.
I was talking about the cloak.
I posted a picture of her new haircut.
Okay, we have your cloak on your character sheet now. This does have to be identified. Nope, it's already identified. It's at the top of the list.
Okay. Ooh. Cool. So thank him for that. And I too would like some, was it those night seeing goggles? Night vision goggles? Those goggles of night.
You mean the hood?
Oh,
Wait, is it a
Cowl.
hood? A cowl?
Yep. They did not have any goggles. All they had was the cowl.
A cowl? It's like a hood? Is it going to clash with my cloak?
No, like the animal.
Yeah, I don't. Does it clash with my cloak? Like, two hoods, I don't know.
Well, same
Style
dealer,
is most important.
The same dealer, he can find you a cowl that kind of that matches your cloak.
Okay, if it matches my cloak, I'll be satisfied. But if not,
Okay,
I don't.
He gives you.
Yeah.
Your cloak is a light blue with white patterns around it.
Yes.
So he gives you a light blue. He gets you a light blue cowl.
To go. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I can live with that.
Okay.
Thank him. I thank him for going the extra mile for style, which is obviously the most important.
Okay. Yeah. Well, actually, he sells clothing type. So yes.
Oh, okay. He understands.
Hey, do halflings not have dark vision or low light vision?
I do not. I don't think I do. Yeah, that's not one of my senses.
Okay.
There is a type of halfling, I believe, that has it, but I'm a Lightfoot halfling.
Okay, that's right.
There's like the hill something, I think that
Yeah.
maybe have that. Or can. But I'm blind in the dark. I mean, I can fix it with other ways, but y'all don't seem to like that. What was the damage on that cowl?
I think that was 400 also.
Jojo, did you accidentally turn your mic off?
Was he trying to talk?
I don't know. Haven't heard from him in a few minutes.
Hello, hello.
Hey.
There you are.
Okay. Oh. I've been talking. Anything else?
Yeah, how much was the hood? The
400.
cowl? Okay, 400. So subtract 400. Yes. I would also like, let's do some, let's do some, I would like some eyes of minute seeing. Which is
Because you can't see your
no
dingle dangle.
No, that's not what it's for. It's for solving crimes. Gives you an intelligence or advantage on investigation checks while searching an area.
Okay.
It's
Well,
a monocle.
they don't have any
Oh,
eyes of minute seeing. They do have a magnifying glass seeing.
a magnifying glass of minute seeing.
Hmm.
I pull out. Was like, I already have a magnifying glass. I show him a magnifying glass. It's like, what's special about that one?
All right, where your magnifying glass goes ahead and kind of lights it up maybe 2 to 3 times
Mhm.
the size.
Yeah.
This one lets you like zoom in.
Ooh.
So it magnifies things maybe about up to 10 times.
I love it. I'll take
Then
one.
you'd actually be able to see his penis.
I'll take one.
Okay, that'll be 300 gold.
Deal. I throw my magnifying glass down.
Okay, just a
I'm
second.
satisfied with this new one.
10. Forge.
What do gloves of thievery do? There's no description. Do you have that?
There's a lot of them that don't have descriptions.
Oh, yeah.
Give me just a moment. I'm still
Okay.
making. I'm actually creating the magnifying.
Oh,
some of these items.
gotcha.
Some of
Sorry.
these items don't exist. I actually have to create them. There we go. Where did it put it now?
I see it.
There it is. Okay, and it's identified.
Ooh, finally. All right, cool.
Okay, and just something about gloves of thievery, right?
I was just curious. I didn't know what they actually did because there's no description here.
Whatever Jojo wants them to do.
Well, that's true.
Okay. They're invisible while worn, and while wearing them, you get a +5 bonus to a sleight of hand check or a thieves tools check to go ahead and pick locks.
Hmm.
That's pretty good for a halfling right there, actually.
Yeah.
Thief class.
Yeah, I'm not a thief class though.
And Jojo,
Just
I
kidding.
would
I'll
like
take a pair.
Of course he would.
Roll percentage dice.
Okay. That was the D10 right click percent roll. Maybe I won't take a pair.
All right. He lets you know. The seller lets you know he doesn't have any,
Uh-huh.
and he also lets you know that those kind of items are illegal.
Oh.
All right.
I mean, I wouldn't. I don't do. Look at me. Hey.
If you're serious about buying them, you might want to try to make contact with either Xanathar's guild, right, or I'm sure the Brigand. I don't. Whatever the dark elf calls his people.
Oh well, listen. I'm not.
One of the two criminal organizations.
I'm not a bad guy.
Of course not. Of course not.
No. Yeah. Okay. What about
They come in
those?
handy when you're drunk and lock yourself out of your house.
Yeah. What about those gloves of missile snaring though? She gave him. You got another pair? I'm gonna catch some arrows.
I just sold the last one there.
Okay. Moving on. Have you ever heard of a pearl of power? You got any of those laying around? Just a little pearl. Just a little baby pearl.
Let's see.
Just remember, Pookha, the Pearl of Power. To actually unlock the power, you got to clench it between your butt cheeks.
I gotta do what I gotta do. Just wait till I get to my last item, Chartius.
Okay. Yeah. Pearl of Power, 420.
Ooh, yeah, I'll take one. Wait. You have more than one? And out of character, how would that work, Jojo? Is that a thing?
Is it like the Infinity Gauntlet, or if you collect them all, you get a bonus?
It's a pearl that gives me a spell slot back.
You do know that I can make jewelry.
Okay, well, I haven't heard any offers from you, but maybe you can make a necklace out of them eventually. The point is, it's the pearl that gives a.
So you're saying you want a pearl necklace?
Listen,
We can take care of that quick like an hurry.
listen. If I had some of these in my pocket, you remember that girl you were throwing shade to? I might have been a little tired after I was done with her, but should have been a pile of ash.
He lets you know that he has 4 of them in stock. And add a character, no, you can only have 1 at a time.
Oh, okay.
Or you can only use, you can own all 4 of them, but only 1 of them would be able to use it.
Like how
I
he
can
tells
only
you
use.
there's 4 of them?
Yeah, I can only use 1 a day, basically.
Well, no, you can only use, because you have to attune yourself to them.
Oh, so attuning I have to do during a rest anyway. So I can only.
Right, and so once you've attuned to it, if you try to attune to a second pearl, you lose the attunement to the first pearl.
Oh, okay.
So you can only be attuned to 1 pearl of power.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'll just take the 1 then, and thank him for offering me all 4. But I've come to my senses, and that was 420.
Yes.
Blaze it. All right. Now, my another little trinket is a stone of good luck. Ever heard of one of those? It's just a little.
Yes, they've all been confiscated by the Church of Tamora.
Tamora? No. Are they bad? What's wrong with them?
She's the goddess of luck. She's collected it all.
Oh, so she gave them out to people, and she's like, "Nah, give it back."
She didn't give them out.
Oh, they were stolen?
Wizards, sorcerers, and over time have gone ahead and taken, stolen from power. When the gods came back a couple of years, last year, she went ahead and she's started taking back all luck stones.
And that was Tamora, you said?
Yes.
Tamora, okay. Great, gonna have to get me one of those. But that's cool. She'll give one to me willingly.
Well, we'll worry about that tomorrow.
A high five, Trace. Well, I have jump high five. I have to jump to get up there. And lastly, I look at Tertius. Some got any winged boots?
No.
No, this gentleman over there bought the last pair.
What?
I didn't even buy a pair. You didn't have a pair available.
You didn't have a pair.
Oh wait,
wait! Did you just find a pair?
You're right. No.
No.
Okay, I thought you bought them, so no, there wasn't any available.
What? Ah! No. Do you know anyone who could make them? Anyone in town? Huh?
Now, Jojo, with that, I kind of shrink the cloak a little bit and pat the wings around.
Anyone? Just some boots. I want to fly. I want to be free.
All right, Jojo, I got a question. Lock of trickery. What would that do?
Let me find it.
There's no description.
Okay. He lets you know that the tumblers on the lock of trickery go ahead and magically rearrange themselves. And the only match to it is the key that comes with each lock. That when you go to use it, will go ahead and magically tune itself to the tumblers inside. Anyone who tries to go ahead and pick the lock will go ahead and do so at disadvantage kind of thing, because the tumblers will change themselves as they're trying to be picked. And out of character, it grants disadvantage on pick lock attempts.
Okay. Does he have one of those available?
How many do you need?
Just one.
I was shopping.
Is this
You were done.
do you need one for a lock for a chest or a lock for a door?
for a chest.
Oh, okay. And he's got 3 different sizes. Right, and they start off at 75 gold, 150 gold, and 300 gold.
Okay, I'll take the one for 300.
Okay.
And I would also like to buy one of the pearls of power and that last cloak of protection.
Okay. That was 400 and 420 for those. And then the 300 lock. Let me go ahead and give the lock that I'm giving you. Let's see. Why can I not? I hate when they do that. Okay, let me create a magic item again. Forge. Clear. Template.
Now you continue to shop, Pookha. You said you was your last item that you were looking for.
It was going to be the ace in the hole.
You were trying to save the best for the last, to flaunt that out. No.
I want
It's like one of the first items I wanted.
Wingy boots.
Okay, and let's see. Locker trickery. Okay. And that was strike, correct?
Correct.
There he is. And toss it over there. Okay, it's there.
Excellent.
The difference in pricing was that normal ones have a DC 15 to pick. This one has a DC 18 to pick. It's a stronger lock.
Excellent.
Okay. Anything else?
I say, how about some boots of striding and springing?
Did you also do the pearl and the cloak?
I will in just a moment. Sorry. No, I did not.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't see it, so.
Yep.
Yeah, if you get those boosts, maybe you can actually jump up and high five shorties.
Yeah! I can jump really high. And I can move just as fast as you guys.
You 5 feet?
What? I can move 30. Don't y'all move 30? That's what don't y'all move 30?
I walk at a normal pace.
Okay, Strike, you should see them on your sheet now, and they're identified.
Thank you.
Now, remember, I don't think it's going to matter right now, but as you get higher level, those pearls will go ahead and they let you recast a first, second, or third level spell slot. If you use a spell slot higher level than that, if you're trying to recover like a 4th level spell slot, that spell will only come off at 3rd level.
Okay.
Okay. And now I did striding and springing. Okay, he's got a pair of boots of striding and springing. And those will be 400.
I'll take them.
Okay, you'll find them on your list.
Yeah.
So what's your total out there?
I'm at 13K 2110. Hold on, I'm not done.
Bird in a hole in his pocket.
What? No, that's the problem. I gotta move some of this
But
money.
you do have a 3-story building that's empty.
That's right.
Hey, why don't you buy some beer?
And I'm going to give you guys, you guys can work together on what you want to do with the, I've named it Harbinger House for right now. Let's see. I think I have the sizes on it.
So I got 2 more items. Ooh.
Yeah, it's 100 feet wide, 70 feet deep, with 12-foot ceilings. So
All in favor of turning into a brothel, say aye.
it's up to you what you want to do, and if anybody wants to go ahead and draw up the blueprints for each of the 4 floors, because you have a basement as well, that's totally up to you guys on how you want it to lay out, as long as it fits within the dimensions of 100 feet wide, 70 feet deep, and it's a 3-story, so it's almost 36 to 40 feet tall.
Okay.
And remember, there's a blocked off place in the basement that goes down, a spiral staircase. But that'll be up to you guys, and I'll let you guys work together. You can do that outside the game to go ahead and come up with other way to take up game time as you guys are brainstorming.
What about a necklace of adaptation?
I've already asked about that. There were
Yeah.
none.
Oh.
Did not exist.
And by the way, Jojo, when he's on, I do have one more item I want to look into.
Okay, what's that? What was that item?
The slippers of spider climbing.
Spider climbing?
Can't you fly?
Yes.
So the guy who can fly wants spider climbing.
Yeah.
Hey, if we're in a cave, it might help. A little harder to fly in a cave.
Okay. They do have some slippers, spider climbing. He lets you know that they're going to be 420, but before you buy them, you may want to know that they are items that came from dark elves, and dark elves do not take kindly to others holding on to their items. So any dark elves you meet within Waterdeep may not take too kindly to a tiefling owning their slippers of spider climbing.
Since when do dark elves take kindly to anyone?
Just I'm giving you a fair warning. I wouldn't want you to go ahead and put them on as a visitor to Waterdeep, and then we find out you were assassinated in an alley tomorrow. And all that was missing are your boots.
I appreciate the warning. I'll go ahead and take those.
Okay. Yeah, and as he shows them to you, you notice, they got a small webbing pattern to them, and on the sides of them, like where the Nike logo, any shoe store logo would be, you see the holy symbol to Loth.
So I just bought hops by Loth.
Yeah.
How many rooms were on the second floor? Anybody remember?
I think we basically get
The
to
second
decide
floor
that.
had 13.
Right.
The
12.
top,
No, the
12?
second
Okay.
floor had 12. Yeah, it has 12 rentable rooms,
Top floor
and the
was
third
5.
had 5 suites. But yeah, if you want to knock down walls and redesign it, that's totally up to you guys. Okay.
How many load-bearing walls are there?
Don't you worry about it. I'll take something with Dungeon Painter.
All right, I'll ask him one last question. What? I show him. I make some sparks in my hand. Like I like to cast spells. You got anything cool that I could cast them through? Any fancy orbs? Or maybe a stick like this? I pull my hockey stick out. I was like, see, look at this stick. Or
The hacky stick.
yeah, my hacky stick. You got any of that laying around?
Is this your spell? Is this hockey stick your spell focus?
I've used it to cast spells.
Okay. Does it act as a wand or a staff or a rod?
I normally, when I crack people upside the head with it, I hold it with 2 hands. But I can hold it with 1 just fine. Look. I believe some people
And actually,
say
you're
it's
like, I can hold.
versatile.
Okay.
Huh?
Well, then I should put that on that item because the item doesn't say it is. Hang on.
Oh.
It says it's a two-handed. Hockey stick is two-handed because I know it takes off to the quarterstaff. But okay, let me go ahead and.
Oh, you're right. I don't have a one-handed attack.
Nope. But let's see. So they have the properties of a staff and roll percentage dice.
Roll that percentage. Kaboo. 85%.
Not bad.
No, I have not seen any. I have not seen anything like. Where is it that you come from?
Way far
to the northeast.
way far
Yeah.
away to it's northeast. We got a lot of snow.
Okay.
You got a map? I can show you.
No, I don't have a map.
You don't have a map?
No, I don't. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
Shop owners don't keep maps of the world lying around.
What? Well, I mean, I'm just some people do. People put it on the wall. Hold on, where's the Sword Coast? I know the name of this place. It actually is off the Sword Coast
I
map,
believe
isn't it?
No, it's not even. It's way
off
on the
our
other side
map.
of the world map. I think it's Saucel you come from, right?
That sounds right. Hold on. I got it in my notes.
Nope, not Saucel.
Oh no, I don't have it in my notes.
Okay, I'll get it for you just a second.
I just need to find the map.
There's the
What
Great
was the
Glacier.
whole continent called?
Faerun.
Pinterest, get out of here. Nobody wants to. Just let me see the map. No, I don't want to sign in. I don't. I can't even use Pinterest. Oh my goodness, this is chaos. Yeah, it's not even on this because it's east of the high ice. East of the frozen forest. Hold on, we're gonna find this out.
I believe it was way. Okay. You guys have been in Waterdeep for about 3 or 4 days. Yeah, this after you've gone ahead and had the bar fight, got your property, got it notarized. You went shopping, right? And it's been about 4 days since Darendelle went ahead and took the fight to the Elven gods. Right. Trotius,
Eh?
you feel a weakening in your connection to the Raven Queen. Right? It's still there, but it's as though she is very far away. So you don't lose any of your warlock abilities because of it. But you do know that she is no longer a power on this plane of existence.
Oh, snap!
All right.
Oopsie.
9.
Dude, Darendale gone ham.
You do not. Your prayers are not being answered by the Raven Queen any longer.
Y'all got some soul searching to do.
So it could be one of two things. Could be she's pissed off at me. Or two, oopsie.
Right?
Did I do that?
Yes, I did. Any chance a letter randomly has found its way towards me?
Your
Or
letters have
did the
not arrived
kids
yet.
die in the battle?
I can't tell you that just yet. But it hasn't been time enough for them to go ahead and get the. I know what they're doing. I know what happened. Actually, yes, they survived. Your letters have been delivered. They just haven't been answered yet. The answers haven't arrived yet, I should say. And because they're going through, things have happened at the temple that took. Come on, you can think of use word. Things were happening at the temple that took precedence over writing you letters.
You just see the red notification at the bottom of your message.
Right. This morning when you prayed, instead of feeling the comfort of the Raven Queen, you heard a harsh male voice. If you continue to worship death, I will now grant you your powers. Report to the Church of Kellamboir in the City of the Dead.
Oh, snap. Good morning, Tertius.
Good morning. Does anything feel funny to you about the Raven Queen?
I don't know what I did, but I think it's my fault. Wait, I know it's my fault.
What are y'all
I just
bickering
had a
about?
message. We're not bickering. We're discussing the fact that our goddess is silent and in need. Got a message that something about the church.
A message? What god y'all worship again?
The Raven Queen.
The Raven Queen? There's only one true god, Lathander, obviously. Right?
Yo, Lathandra's gonna die.
What do you mean Lathander's gonna die?
Wait, am I thinking of the right one? That was an out of character mistake. I was suddenly thinking that he was talking about the elven god.
Lathander is my god.
Yeah, Elven.
Can we
the
just
Elven
pretend I
lady
made
would
that
be
mistake? That was an out of character
Corellian,
mistake.
That's fine. Yeah.
Please don't hit me, Strike. As we noticed, she can't take a punch. So, yeah, Trotius, Lord of the Dead and Judge of the Damned is apparently in a war with the goddess.
And how is that y'all's fault?
Well, one of the protectors of the Raven Queen just happens to be a race of elves. I kind of didn't think that through when I sent the elvish Loki on his own.
It's Sosal, Jojo.
Oh, so it was Social.
Sosal, yeah. That was it. Yeah, it's the one from the background thing.
Yeah, he's like never heard of it.
Gotcha. Oh, so Tacoma, he didn't have anything. Sorry, I've been searching the whole time. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
But now you know at least.
Yeah. Knowing he's after battle. No, don't let me hang him. No, somebody.
G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Jedi
Hero.
Jojo. Yeah, so 9, if you want to remain a cleric under the same house, you'd be worshipping Kellavor.
He seems nice. Wait, did she say Kellamnor? Have they mentioned
I
him?
did.
No, she said she actually mentioned him by his title, not by his
What
name.
was his title?
She said the
Lord of the Dead,
judged of the Dam, yeah.
He seems nice.
He's not.
Maybe y'all should just find a new deity. What would that do to your powers?
We would probably lose them.
Lose them? So, wait a second. You're telling me that your powers
depends
don't
on
come from
exactly-
you?
We would lose some of them.
Well, where does
I-
your power
okay.
come from?
I never actually defined what aspect of the Raven Queen that Nine's forces really followed. So technically, she could go ahead and change if she was focusing on the whole dead thing. But there were more. She's also the goddess of winter, and she's other things. So I have to make that quick decision. Right, Jojo?
You could, yes, you could choose another aspect. All right, if you wanted to choose winter, then you'd want to go to a Church of Arl and swear your allegiance there.
So why don't you guys just find your power within yourself? No?
I mean, technically, didn't Prince Darndale somewhat become a god? So
I thought he was like working with a god. Or is he a god? It got really confusing. He's loaded, I know that much. If
So,
only
Jojo,
it wasn't for Gemma's Buddha. Gemma's Buddha. Booty. Gemma's booty.
I would like to go look at more information on the house we acquired over, I think it was on Book Street.
No, we didn't
Which house?
acquire a house on Book Street. Oh, more information on Book Street.
Okay,
The scholars.
gotcha. Okay, and yes, Tredius, you being a warlock of the Raven Queen, you're not going to be affected because you can still call upon her power even though she is no longer a deity in this realm. Right, the only one that is really going to affect is going to be her clerics and her paladins, not her warlocks.
Gotcha.
And Darendel, yes, Darendel is a god. He is a god that from the early days when the only gods were the elven ones and the dragon deities.
We helped a god? I mean, did someone
You
say
helped
that in character, not just my
No,
voice?
this is
Letting
me.
her?
This is me letting. This is
Oh.
the DM letting Nine know because she'd asked that just a moment ago.
Gotcha.
I mean, if it's not going to mess with you too much, then I like the idea of pursuing that. Maybe that's like a off-channel discussion while Nine starts like walking through her, trying to figure out her faith right now.
Okay. Well, there's no. He has no worshippers. He has no church.
Oh, he's got a worshiper.
That's why he. The reason for that is because they went ahead and the way that they punished Loth and made her take all of her people into the Underdark, they punished him to go ahead and travel alone, right, without knowing who he fully was, and he was cursed to become whatever killed him.
So I'm just going to let Nine do a soul searching while we continue this session.
No problem. You will not have access to any clerical spells over first level, and you can still use your cantrips and your first level spells, but anything higher than first level you would be able to go ahead and cast, as there's no deity giving you the power yet.
Okay, I can take that agreement.
And yes, you're right. You can choose between Kellenvor and Arl, and let's see who else. Actually, Death, Winter. That was it. Okay.
That one no agreement, that's how it's going to be.
You do know that Arl, the deity of winter, is an evil deity. And Kellenvor, the god of death, is a lawful neutral deity.
I mean, that's most likely where it's going to play out, but I just like the idea of her soul searching right now instead of...
Yeah, of course. Of course. just letting you know what's going on so you can be prepared, and so you can do your soul searching. And we come to a decision. You don't have to make a decision right this second or even this game session. But until you do, those are the stipulations. All right. Excuse me. Okay, Trodius, I believe it was. Who's going over to Book Street?
That would be me.
That was Trodius. Okay. Okay.
I'll go with him. I want to
Okay.
know too.
Okay, Book Street. From its namesake, you can see that there's several book type stores. They don't just sell written books, but they also have blank books. There are paper makers. There are book binding store services there, merchants there. There are ink merchants there. The entire section has nothing but to do with the establishment and making of books, librams, and tomes. There is a tavern. Where's them? They're not in the northeast. They're east. Okay. Off of the corner of Candle Lane and Book Street, there is a quiet tavern called the Blue Rose. All right, where you see a lot of scholarly types kind of sitting out there in open air patios, and they're just talking about different esoteric subjects. What kind of investigation would you like to do?
Um, I, I would just like to approach any of them, see if they know anything about the house that we bought. Maybe about its history.
Okay. Put down. Oh, you bought the old sword. Wait, they changed the old. It was called the Knight of Shadows, but before that, it was called the Wayward Sword. The Wayward Sword went ahead and was destroyed during the spell plague. I remember that. Terrible time for magic.
The Wayward Sword.
Yes. And it was destroyed during the spell plague when wild magic just went crazy and dead magic zones had popped up. Mistra had died, so magic was not answering to anyone. It was destroyed. It was rebuilt. They made it into a place called the Sword and Shadows, or Sword of Shadows, and it had Sword and Shadows. It was the Sword or Night and Shadows. It was the Night's Inn at the top and the Shadow Inn at the bottom. It also had a open entryway into what some believe to be the southeast of the Undermountain, which gave it access to the dungeon itself. It started to go ahead and rival the yawning portal for people who wanted to go adventuring into Underdark. As instead of being lowered down a deep pit, you could just walk yourself down a staircase. As more and more people went down there, and more survivors Underdark, people started taking refuge there at the bottom. There was a Shadow Knight that had a mission to destroy the vampires of the Undermountain, and he went ahead. What was his name? He's going through a bunch of different tomes. Riley, yeah. Riley was a Shadow Knight that wanted to go ahead and wipe out all the He had a vengeance against the Vampire Lord in Undermountain. He successfully killed that Vampire Lord, and not too long after that is when the inn vanished. Right? No one knows what happened. There were 34 people that are still just gone, that were inside the inn when it vanished.
What can you tell me about... I'm sorry. What can you tell me about when the inn returned? Was it just left vacant there, or was another building there and it just returned on top of it?
No, it was a vacant lot during the year that the inn was gone, that the building was gone. It was just a vacant lot. People were using it to go ahead and cut through. I remember, what's his name? You might want to check with Pete. You can find him in probably or behind the inn, behind the building. You can probably go ahead and find him there sleeping one off in Pearl Alley. He's a local drunk. He was sleeping in the vacant lot at the time when the inn reappeared, and according to him, it threw him through the air, right, forcefully, but he landed gently on the ground as though not to be harmed.
Huh. That is interesting.
Some people don't believe him. Some people who think he was just drunk. Others do. Who's to say?
But either way, he was sleeping there.
Or he was at least nearby. He's gotten plenty of free drinks retelling the story, and the telling has gotten more fanciful over the years.
Were there any people that visited the inn regularly before it disappeared that are still around?
Well, you might want to go ahead and check with Old Man Skewer at Horizon Cells across the street. Plenty of the shopkeepers in the area went ahead, and people who live in the residence here drank at the tavern while it was there. It was a nice change from, say, the Bloody Fist, which is to the south, the Three Pearls nightclub, which is behind you. It was a nice change of pace from those two.
Let's talk more magical now. Do you have any advice about what we could do to guarantee that it did not randomly teleport away again? I mean, I imagine it's going to be hard to get people to come visit the tavern if they thought it would just up and vanish again.
You'd be surprised at the adventurous souls in Waterdeep.
I guess you're right. But any spells of binding we could put on the building to just keep it in place? Just to give people some assurances.
Well, you might be able to get the black staff to go ahead and okay locking the building down so that nothing can teleport in or out of the building, which should keep it locked in its position. But magic of that level would have to have the black staff's approval.
I see. And the black staff, we're new in town.
Oh. The black staff is the High Magus of Waterdeep.
Ah,
The current black staff, is one of the open lords of Waterdeep. And you can find them just below in Castle Ward, just below the castle at Blackstaff Tower.
Castle Ward. You wouldn't happen to have a map of Castle Ward, would you?
Of Castle Ward? No, I don't sell maps, but I could go ahead and he directs you a couple of doors down. There is a coffee shop.
There's a what shop? Oh, yeah.
Cartographer's shop that, they will sell you different maps, and they probably have
I want a map of
street maps
all
here.
of Waterdeep.
I'm surprised the hawkers on the Way of the Dragon didn't give you maps yet. They usually give out maps to the famous adventurers' home.
Oh, well, we're not famous yet.
No, but you're tourists. You're new.
Yes. We didn't meet the hawkers.
Okay.
So I'd like to know a little bit more about the Undermountain, as far as what kind of things are in there and what you can expect in.
Oh, well, luckily your place, if the connection's still available there, only connected with the first level of Undermountain. Undermountain is the dungeon beneath Waterdeep, built by the Mad Mage Hallister eons ago, and populated by his apprentices since his disappearance. Well, he's disappeared twice, and he's died 3 different times that we've been made aware of. So let's just say that he's not there now. And he has not been there for about 100 years. But his apprentices and those that wish to go ahead and study his magic techniques do make several levels of of Undermountain their homes and their bases. They're all quite mad. Something about being his apprentice will drive a person mad. Each level is more dangerous than the previous one above. There are several societies that are growing there. Some people who've gone down there or found themselves lost there have just decided to stay and set up shop. Several of the monsters that were been summoned over the years to go ahead and act as guardians and patrollers in the place have gone ahead and started their own enclaves. There is about 3 miles down, there is an underground lake, ocean, minor sea, right, that connects to Undermountain, and there is what is it called? Starport. There's the small town of Smallport underneath there, or Starport, excuse me. Right, that is below ground there. Last I heard, I believe it was under attack by the Illithids of the Underdark.
Before I leave, I offer. I reach into my drum and pull out the. If you look in my inventory, I have the book. It says the Alliance of the Haven. I said, I picked this up in our travels. I wonder if you'd be interested in it. And I hand it to him. Be willing to sell it to you.
Okay, roll percentage dice. He picks up the book. He carefully opens, gives the book great reverence as he opens it and scans its pages. Looks at the binding. Haven't seen a book like this in a while. I don't recognize the title. I'll give you 25 gold for it.
How about 30?
Okay, go ahead and make a persuasion check. DC 13.
It's a really old book.
Yeah, okay. I can see my way to give you 30.
Deal.
Okay, so he takes the book off your hands and you give him 30 gold.
Wait, I give him 30 gold and a book?
I'm sorry, he gives you 30.
This is a great transaction.
Yeah, I take the book, you give him 30. Yeah, he takes the book, gives you 30 gold.
Done and done.
And there we go, book gone.
That's how you haggle. And I'm off to the cartographer. So see you, Travis, and I run out.
Okay, Tredius?
Alright, so you mentioned vampires down there earlier as well.
Yes.
Would those also happen to be the disciples of the maid you mentioned?
I do not believe any of his apprentices were vampires, no. No. Hallister saw the undead more as tools, not partners.
Okay, and you said the house only disappeared for a year, correct?
A year to the day. And if the very first account that Pete gave is to be believed, which was the one I mostly believe, it happened at the exact same time, at the stroke of two bells. 2 in the morning is when it went ahead and vanished and reappeared at 2 bells.
Interesting. Alright, and no one ever came out of the house after it reappeared?
No one has been noted coming out of the house. I mean, there have been people that have gone in and come out and stuff like that, but no, once it disappeared and it reappeared, no one other than just the curiosity seekers have gone in. No adventuring group in the past decade have gone ahead and gone. Actually, it was a decade. Ever since its return, no one has gone. No one has gone into it to go ahead and see what's going on. No adventuring group has decided, hey, we need to adventure in here.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
No problem. Okay.
Trace, are you walking out of the shop?
Yes.
I say, Trace, check this out. And I pull back the cover of my drum. I reach in and kind of pull the edges of the bag of holding that I have in there, like over it. And I kind of I give a little shake, and I want Herbert to come out. And I pour Herbert out of the bag of holding. You don't remember Herbert?
Mm-mm.
Herbert's the pony.
Oh God.
How long has Herbert been in there? And is he still alive?
Oh, that's a
There's
great
only
question.
so much air in there.
That's a great question. I definitely probably put Herbert in the bag of holding this morning.
Breathing creatures inside the bag can survive up to the number of things equal to 10 divided by the number of creatures.
1 minute.
After which they begin to suffocate.
Oh,
There's a dead pony. Is that what I'm
Herbert is
hearing?
dead.
Herbert would not have entered the bag of holding.
What? Okay, what? I guess
So I
that
look at him
didn't,
and say, "Why do you have a dead horse's head?"
I guess that didn't happen.
Only too late now.
I tried to put Herbert in the bag of holding. Okay.
One piece at a time.
I guess I'll take Herbert out.
Yeah, Herbert would probably be at at your inn here, at your house, because he was at the back of the. He was attached to the back of the carriage.
Never mind. That doesn't happen.
On the trip from Baldur's Gate, yeah. I mean, you had no reason to put him in a bag of holding. And
But you gotta put everything you own in there. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
He was in my inventory, and I wanted to put him in the bag.
Anyway, I would like to go to the cartographer with Pookha.
Oh, this is a dead horse on the ground.
Meat's back on the menu, boys.
Oh god. Yeah. Are we at the cartographers, or someone else gonna?
yes.
Okay.
Actually, let me go over to 9, and then I'll get to you guys at the cartographer. Actually, I'm going to go to 9 and then strike, and then I'll get to you guys at the cartographer.
Word.
Okay. 9.
Yes, I am here.
Okay. Okay. So you're going to go to the Church of You're going to go to the City of the Dead. All right.
I don't really have a choice in this.
There's always a choice.
Well, I mean, she's saying she really doesn't have a choice. I know I have a choice. But my choice isn't to mess around with you anymore.
Okay. You see several people. They look confused. They look a little lost, sad. Are traveling through the city of the as you go through the City of the Dead. The City of the Dead is a large section of Waterdeep that is basically Waterdeep's graveyard or cemetery. The Church of Kellenvor goes ahead, and they have a small cathedral at the back of the City of the Dead. They also have a larger church over in Southwark. Right. As you go to the smaller church there in the City of the Dead as instructed, right, you actually see a man. He looks human, male, maybe about 6'3". Right. You can feel the power of death emanating from him. Right. He's wearing normal chainmail armor. He's dressed like just a normal mercenary. Right, just your standard fighter. Ah. Lady Bromod. Welcome.
Thank you. I know you were expecting.
Well, I would hoped. I was not expecting. To expect you would mean that you had no will. Have you come to allow me to grant you your spells?
I've come to continue my promise to honor the dead and to go ahead and protect them with all of my life and value life so that death is still safe.
Okay. All right. He goes ahead and reaches into his cloak, right, and pulls out a crystal ball, right, holds it in the air, right, makes some kind of sound at it. It starts to glow, and on the inside of the crystal, you can see the Raven Queen. Right. Sister Bromad, it is okay to go ahead and follow Kellenvor. He and I share the same beliefs in how to go ahead and honor the dead. Him and I share the same beliefs in that the undead, the intelligent undead, need to be stricken down, that they are an abomination and a way to treat our people cheating death. Right. You go with my blessing. Right. I will hold no ill towards you. My leaving Faerun has nothing to do with you or any of the flock. It is the will of Ao.
I believe Nine's gonna start crying.
Okay. All right. And with that, her image in the crystal fades. He puts it away. All right. He wraps his arm around your shoulders, takes you inside. All right. And he personally handles the stripping of your armaments, stripping of your clothing and your vestments, right? And the bathing and redressing you in his vestments. All right. You go from wearing the raven symbol to wearing a balance, a skeletal hand holding a set of balance scales.
That's metal.
Sort of like just the scales of justice, but held in a skeletal hand. You will also be given a small pouch by which you can go ahead and those that you kill, you may go ahead and collect their souls, place them within the pouch, and their souls will be automatically ushered to my realm so that they may face judgment.
That's even more metal.
If you do not collect their soul, then they will also find their way to my realm eventually, but they will not. You basically put them at the head of the line.
You don't get points for it.
Right. One moment, please.
So this basically makes her more of a Valkyrie than beforehand. Sweet. New haircut, new god.
And as I know, you've probably already brought up Kalimvor on a website, so you can take a look at what his religion is about.
Say his name again.
Kalimvor.
It's in chat.
Yeah,
I
Church of
got it.
Kalimvor. Yeah. Like the Raven Queen, he was also a normal human adventurer. Became a god.
He was a mercenary.
Yes, he was. In fact, he was the mercenary who protected Mystra, the goddess of magic, when she was just Midnight, the adventurer. He disliked his adventuring companion Cyric, who became the god of murder. Right? And Cyric is like the Loki of Faerun. Okay.
So new haircut, new god.
Yes, she is.
Now, so that you know, and I'll put the pouch. I'll create the pouch and put it on your character sheet. But so that you know, if you collect a soul, they go to him for judgment. They cannot be resurrected or raised. If you don't collect a soul, then until they're judged, they can be resurrected or raised.
Take Pookha's soul. Take Pookha's soul.
Not sure how he'd fall under judgment.
He would be the one doing the judging.
He carries the hacky stick of power.
The hacky stick of power!
So yeah, this is even more Valkyrie sort of thing that we were going for. And Nine will proudly wear the colors and the vestments and continue to protect and honor the.
Yeah, I mean, like the Raven Queen, Kalimvor is actually one of the few death deities that isn't evil or isn't necromantic. They actually believe in ushering and judging the dead and sending them where they need to where they should be.
So wait, there was an option for me to turn my back on protecting the dead and become a necromancer? Oh, I should have thought that one. Do I get to keep door hammer? Door opener.
Yes.
Sweet.
Okay. Let's see. Strike.
Yes.
What were you doing while they were at the book bindings and map making, or they're still going to the maps, or what are you doing? What can I do for you?
I'm taking my time to explore the new building, see if there's anything that jumps out of interest, and then especially going up to the third floor and claiming the suite that faces east.
Okay. My room.
My room, and go out, get necessary sundries, and
Okay.
Carter striking the door.
Pimp it out.
Okay. As you're checking out the place and all that, you note that you can include this when you guys do your map. There is a secret staircase somewhere from the third floor that goes down to the first floor. Right? It does not have an opening on the second floor. It just goes directly from third to first. It's like the serpent's staircase or the owner's staircase kind of thing. Right? And it just comes out of one of the side walls there. There's not even a real door. It's sliding walls at the top and bottom, so those would be secret doors that you can include. In the basement, the section where the circular staircase is supposed to be, you can roughly estimate that it's probably going to take a couple of days to go ahead and dig through all of that. Unless you had Darendale who could just move the earth around.
Oh, he made the earth.
Okay. I'm going to share 3 different maps. 1.
I'm back. Oh, is this the cartographer?
No.
Oh.
Well, it will be, and when I'm done with them.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Oh, this is like the... Oh. So is that like a mountainside to the left there? Is that a rocky play? Ooh, I like... Oh, goodness. Oh, it doesn't change resolution. So where did we come into the city? At the southern ward?
Through the south, I think.
Yeah, you guys came through Southern Ward Gate.
And we went all the way to like the north ward where the... Is that where the dragon cultist was?
That is correct, and now you'll be staying in Dock Ward.
Dock ward, gotcha. And what's her name that we have? She was in Castle Ward?
She's in Castle Ward, yes.
Okay. And the trade ward is obviously where we were buying our goods and stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, of each of the maps that I just went ahead and shared, there should be 3 of them. Yeah. You can go ahead and decide which one. All right. The dark one that has like very little detail on it, just giant names. He's selling that for like 1 gold. The one that has the dotted lines outlining each of the wards, he's selling that for 5 gold. And the one that looks really nice in the middle, my screen in the middle, the one that looks really nice is he's selling that one for 10 gold. And he's got multiple copies of each one.
I suppose I will take... I guess I'll take the 5 gold.
Okay. I'll go ahead and make it into a map and put it in your character sheet. Pookha?
What were those prices again?
1
One,
gold,
5, and
5
10.
gold. Yep, 1, 5, 10.
I would like access to all the maps. I will purchase all of them.
Okay.
So I'll give him 16 gold for the lot. Oh, well, before I do that, I'll say, how about this? I have some wonderful parchments, and I'll go into my drum set, and I'll pull out, I've got 10 beautiful parchments.
They have horse blood all over them.
They do not have horse blood on them. There's no horse blood.
I'm sorry, pony blood.
There's no pony blood. But I'll offer him I'll put all 10 out and say, what? How much would you give for these? These make beautiful maps. I got those 10 parchments rolled up there.
Oh, let me see. Pookha. Parchment. There it is. Yeah. 10 sheets of paper? Sure. I give you a gold for that.
Oh, I love it. That's the deal. So I give him those.
And he gives you 1 gold.
Let's make
All
this
10.
0. Or let me just delete these. So then I pay him 15 gold for the other ones? Does that work?
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about. And I got the 3 maps.
Okay.
Do they go in my inventory or?
I'll put them.
Okay.
I have to create them as individual items so that when you click on them, they'll open up the map for you, and I'll put those in your items as soon as I get a chance.
Word.
And let's see.
And we may want to make this the last thing too, because we're coming right up on 5.
Yeah, I
Oh,
started saying,
wow. Trace
and
make
this is
it
the last thing I'm doing because I have company coming over. Apparently, my daughter's coming over to celebrate my birthday. I'm like, ugh.
How rude,
Oh,
right?
happy birthday.
How
Happy
rude.
birthday!
It's tomorrow. She's just coming over today because her husband works tomorrow.
How old were you? You said you were like 67 now or something? Something like that?
That was 87.
Older than time.
Actually-
That's what I heard.
55.
I thought it was young
See?
like us.
Older than time. Grief's all just, Can I call you Grandpa?
I am one, but no, you can't.
You only got me by 9 years.
Can we call you Gam Gam?
Damn.
No, my
He's
grandson
like an
calls
elf.
me
He
Grandpa Joe.
It's Grandpa Joe. He's like an elf. He doesn't age.
I just saw a picture of my teenage self on my daughter's phone. Yeah, I've aged.
Well, they say you're only as young as the woman you feel.
That's deep.
You can't get your
So is
slap
she.
too.
No, I still see myself. I look out at the world, looking at the world through the eyes of a 30-year-old. So I still feel like I'm in my 30s.
There you go. That's the spirit.
Giggity.
Okay. Let's see. What was anything else?
And what were those maps? Oh, Waterdeep. Okay, so we got maps, ward, players, and Southeast players.
Actually, I'll get you. I'll get your maps in just a moment.
Well, I was just looking on the images tab since you shared them.
Yeah, one's called Waterdeep, one's called Waterdeep Players, and one's called Waterdeep Wards.
Okay, players has got the individual. Okay. I got it.
And the player's map is the nice looking one.
Oh yeah, players looks real cool.
Yeah, and what I'm using is blow ups of each of those sections. Is where I've got all the pins and everything stuck.
Gotcha.
And I'm not even done. I mean, I haven't even done Seaward. I haven't touched that section of Waterdeep with pins yet.
Seaward. Oh, Seaward. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So is that a gate? The west gate? Is that just onto a beach? So Waterdeep seems totally surrounded by walls.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. How tall are the walls?
The walls are probably about 3 stories tall.
Oh, okay.
Waterdeep actually has the tallest buildings are probably about 7 and 8 story buildings. There are several 6-story buildings, and a lot of the guard towers are about 5 to 6 stories.
So this place is like this place is set up.
It's actually it looks like it's becoming more of a Victorian type setting now instead of a medieval setting.
Mm-hmm.
In the height of the buildings and what they're doing and how it's grown from 2nd edition to 5th edition.
So, is there any type of like main keep within the town? Like maybe like where whoever. I guess, and maybe we need to talk to an NPC about that. Like, what is the governing body of Waterdeep, and how is that set up?
What's the center of government?
Castle Waterdeep.
So, I mean, do they have like a monarchy, or are they like set up as like council, or both, or?
Lord, they have the masked lords of Waterdeep. The lords of Waterdeep. Nobody knows who is under the masks, and there's usually only one open lord of Waterdeep at a time. And right now, the open lord is the Blackstaff.
So the open lord's like, okay, this person we know is the lord, but there are other people that you don't know.
You're right. You don't know who they are,
okay,
but they're lords. There was a
cool
guy,
idea.
like the biggest money changer in the city. His name was Mert. He was one of the masked lords of Waterdeep. Right. He also controlled the banks.
So there is no like one central point of meeting for all this, and so there is no like one central seat of power as far as the buildings or.
Again, Castle Waterdeep. Yeah.
Oh, Castle Waterdeep. I just don't see that. I thought you said Castle Ward.
No, Castle Waterdeep and Blackstaff Tower.
We just might not have a map of that. I mean, I'm sure it's on Waterdeep Players. I just can't zoom in enough to.
Yeah, unfortunately, the map.
I see the Great Drunkard and the Hawkman as little stars, and the Lady Dreaming. So that's a cliff, like overlooking Waterdeep.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The Lady Dreaming on the west side.
I'd say Waterdeep would be up on the cliff.
No, like even inside Waterdeep. Yeah, Waterdeep's kind of up on a hill at some places. But see, inside Waterdeep,
looking at fortification.
Well, inside Waterdeep, do you see how there's another hill or a raised area to the west side? And on the other map, it's kind of marked with what I would consider like mountainous areas. You see it, like to the southwest of Castle Ward, to the northwest of Dock Ward.
Actually, the Dreaming Lady, or the Lady Dreaming, is actually a giant statue.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that it's one of the guardians of Waterdeep. There are several of them around. They are. How big are they? About 100 feet tall.
Oh, okay.
All right, and they do get up and walk around occasionally.
What?
They do come to the defense of the city.
That's cool. That's some Hogwarts stuff.
The the dreaming lady and the great drunkard can be found in Castle Ward. Well, actually, about 4. The Godcatcher, the Griffin, the Saga.
Oh, so those stars are statues. The
Yes.
Hawkman.
The Hawkman, the Honorable Knight, the Sword Maiden.
Oh, cool.
Those are all 100-foot tall statues that come to life.
The Sword Maiden.
And if they
That's
decide
cool.
if they decide they want to take up a better position to protect Waterdeep, they will get up and move.
That's cool. Now, does anyone control them, or are they
Unknown.
unknown?
In the past, other Blackstaffs have been seen controlling them.
Gotcha.
No one's seen the current Blackstaff control one.
Gotcha. Okay, so the Black Staff. See, I keep confusing this and organ. The Black Staff is a title.
Is a person.
Okay, yeah.
That's their title. They're just called the
I
Blackstaff.
keep thinking the Black Staffs are an organization, but they are.
They are a
that's
person.
the title. Yeah. Okay.
The
Yes,
bearer of the black staff. Just like
Yes.
trade books.
Yeah, it
Gotcha.
started off with Kelvin Blackstaff. He the original, and once he passed on his staff to others.
But the
to
Black
his
Staffs are
apprentice.
all magically sensitive or attuned mages. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're usually probably one of the most powerful maguses in the city.
Now, do they all? Would the Black Staffs also be like the name of their order, or do they have an
No.
order? No. So Black Staff could be any.
The Blackstaff is the one person, and she doesn't have an order per se, or they don't have an order per se. She might have apprentices, she might have
Okay.
students. She has guards that work for her. The City Watch will force Grey, which means at some point Uthal could work for her.
Mhm.
Yeah, she has that kind of power, but she doesn't have like her own.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah.
And how is the Black Staff appointed? By force?
Don't know.
Don't know. We need to find someone who does.
Yeah, they're
cool.
appointed by a current Blackstaff is appointed by the previous Blackstaff.
Gotcha.
As to how they decide who to appoint, don't know.
Battle to the death.
Hey, don't say that. You're looking at the next Black Staff.
Sick.
Gonna
Okay.
bring this city, make Waterdeep great again.
It's going to be huge.
It's always been great. Okay, and with that, we'll go ahead and we'll stop the game here for this week.
Okie dokie. In the stream.
I will post a couple of screenshots in